Kimora, Lee Simmons, and Russell Simmons are back in the news beefing. And it looks like this all started with an interview in People magazine with Kimora Lee Simmons. And she basically said she doesn't have a relationship at all with any of her ex-husbands, particularly Russell Simmons.
So how many kids do you have living in your house currently?
Five. Well, 6. No, 7.
And you're doing this all on your own, like the fathers of the children are not involved? What a loss for them.
I feel like that too.
Yeah.
They don't know. I don't know what they know. Maybe they're intimidated. Or maybe they're like, oh, she's got it. Maybe they're like, I don't want to get her way. Maybe they're like, I don't like her. I don't know. I think a lot goes through their head, though, about the other parent and less about the child. As a mother, you cannot imagine.
You cannot imagine.
And he mentioned that the 2 daughters they have together, in addition to the son she has with old boy from Amistad, I always mispronounce his name, Dijman Hansu. Give us free.
I know who you talking
Sinke. Yeah, I always call him Sinke because that's where everybody know him from. But yeah, he has a 16-year-old son with her, and then she has a 10-year-old son with her second husband, Tim Lusner. And she was just basically saying she doesn't have a relationship with none of these baby fathers. None of them are in their children's lives. And I just got to say, maybe it's you.
Do you know who Kimora Lee Simmons' 3 ex-husbands are? First, Kimora Lee Simmons married Russell Simmons, co-founder of Def Jam Records, in 1998. They had 2 daughters, Ming Lee Simmons and Aoki Lee Simmons. The marriage lasted until 2009, but they maintained a cooperative parenting relationship after the divorce. Second, after separating from Russell, she began a stable relationship with actor Jimin Hunso in 2007. Although they were never formally married, they had a traditional ceremony and welcomed their son. Finally, Kimora secretly married investment banker Tim Leisner in 2014. They have a son, Wolf Lee Leisner, and co-adopted a son, Gary Lee Leisner. The couple reportedly separated in 2022. Leisner later admitted that he was still legally married to his ex-wife when he married Kimora. And that
crazy, like, you know, and like you say, like, she has how many different ex-husbands?
She has 3 baby daddies, but she only married 2, and that was Russell Simmons and the white
so out
dude.
of the 3 guys that you dealt with, you don't speak to any of them.
I know.
No relationship with any of them. That does say a lot about her more than anything
She
else.
doesn't have a relationship at all with Russell Simmons and all that, but yeah, and she said whether she's in contact with all 3 of her baby daddies, no, not really at all. No, they're not. They're not really in my life, and we don't. Yeah, and not because of me, because of them. That's what she said.
I mean,
Which
you
is
know,
the number one thing to say is me.
Everybody, you know, some people find it hard to take accountability. I'm sure that they played a part in it.
Yeah.
I'm sure they played a part in it, but I'm sure she played a part in it as well, and she's just not copping to the part that she played. But to not have any type of relationship with any of the men that you
Had children
with, you know, kind of says something.
And if you guys are unaware of the entire, debacle that is going on, basically, Kimora Lee has returned back to reality television, and in doing some press for her TV show, she was asked about the fathers of her children.
Says a hell of a whole lot about you as a mother. Well, I can't say as a mother, but as
I just, because, and maybe I'm just different, but with the women I have kids with, I at least try to have a
civilized
relationship. Like, we're able to talk, you know, even if we might be on bad terms or whatever, we're still able to talk because we're adults, and you should be able to have civilized conversations.
Agreed.
Crazy.
So after hearing this, Russell Simmons decided to go and shoot back. He went to Threads, which is surprising. That's like the first celebrity I heard who uses Threads. Yeah, so Russell fired back. I gave you $50,000 a month for 20 years. I was your best and / only friend. I'm the godfather to your other 3 kids until one day you stole my stock. I have been fighting for my kids' love and my bread ever since. And he also claimed that Kimora threatened that if I sued her, I would never speak to my kids again.
She gave what is now, today, based on the stock, $800 million to the government illegally. And now I'm fighting to get my half of it back. In support of Tim, who, as you know, is a convicted criminal. His bail was my stock.
So, Kimora shot back and said, all of this were lies. And my girls are grown women. You know they are lies. Why are you typing from thousands of miles away in a non-extradition country? Go negotiate and answer your accusers. And that was in reference to the being on the hook for over $8 million in confidential settlement agreements.
Russell Simmons, co-founder of Def Jam Recordings, has faced more than 20 allegations of SA or misconduct dating back to the 1980s and 1990s. Several of his accusers reached confidential settlements with him, including Tony Sally, who reportedly settled for about $3 million, and Alexia Norton-Jones, who settled for around $200,000. Other women, including Silai Abrams, Sherry Abernathy, and Wendy Carolina Franco, also had settlement agreements totaling roughly $3 million. However, reports indicate that Simmons has failed to pay the full amounts of many of these settlements.
According to 3 women who have accused Russell Simmons of SA. So first and foremost, I got to say Kimora's out of line for that. That is a wicked response to a man who's done so much for you.
What do you expect to hear out of a woman's mouth who just said,
I know,
that she doesn't talk to any of the men? What
and it's not her fault.
She was getting ready to uplift them or not? No, she was getting ready to really go low. That was a low blow, though.
That was a very low blow. And it's sad because everything he said was most likely true. He was giving you $50,000 a month. That can be easily determined. He was giving you that a month. Not to mention you have the last name Simmons still. You still go by Kimora Lee Simmons.
Use that to your benefit.
And the crazy part is she divorced him, married another dude, divorced him, changed her name back to Simmons. You changed your name back to your ex-husband's last name.
Because she knows that's where
the money, I know.
Yeah,
it's her identity. Yeah. But I'm just saying, how you gonna say all that towards the man whose identity is your identity? Basically, we only know him through you.
He made you.
Yeah, he did make you.
He made you.
Russell Simmons, please, I'm not even gonna do too much. You said in this post that you're fighting for your kids' love and bread, knowing good and well the only thing you're fighting is extradition, okay? That's exactly why you're doing all this yapping from Bali. You got a couple of weird cases, and you know that if you hopped on a Delta One flight back to the United States, you might be in a situation like Diddy is in, and you don't want to be in that situation with a documentary come out and you're doing 50 months in prison. Hello? Now, you also said in this post that you paid $50,000 a month for years. Okay, sounds like child support. I have nothing to say about that. Finally, your kids are grown. Aoki is an adult, and Ming is an adult. If I'm not mistaken, Aoki just came to visit you recently in Bali, but at this age, the kids are allowed to feel how they feel about you and decide how they want to feel about you. They're grown, and they might just not be feeling you like that, big dog. Maybe they'll come around, maybe they won't, but this post, it wasn't hitting for me. I'm ready to pronounce my sentence. Buy Aoki and Ming 2 first-class tickets to see you. Send them the tickets, and if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. But please, keep the internet out of the conversation. Put the phone down. Thank you. Next case.
Yeah, so I thought she should have a little bit more respect for the man that did so much for her. And talking about extraditing people, you just stole that man's stock to bail your husband out.
Gave you the lifestyle you lead.
Yeah, gave you all that money, millions of dollars, and you stole that man's stock. That's cold-blooded. And now you talking shit. That shit make me not want to get married, because, well, I don't think I'd ever marry a Kimora Lee Simmons type.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like that. And we don't hire through the times for them to have this type of relationship, but for you to have this type of relationship with every guy that you had a child by, it does say a lot. It definitely says a lot.
Yeah. So it looks like these 8 confidential settlement agreements, this happened with 3 accusers. Russell Simmons admitted to no wrongdoing but agreed to a settlement in 2023 and made initial payments but failed to continue paying towards those settlement amounts. And it looks like he owes one person 2.9 million plus 20% yearly interest. Another 190,000 plus 20% yearly interest. And the third victim, 4.9 million. She might as well round that up to 5. Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of cold. And I just think Kimora's a very selfish woman, just for how you handle shit in the public.
I'm not going to vindictive.
Yes.
Vindictive. Very vindictive. Probably very spiteful. Very mean and angry towards him. You know, you can feel the anger that she has towards him by the statement that she made. So, you know.
And she also said the kids are with her 99.9% of the time. Very rarely do they see the other parent. They do a little bit. But like I said, that relationship is theirs to have, not mine to interfere with.
Now, she's right on that part. She's
interfering if she's saying the kids are with her 99.9% of the time.
Yeah, but as kids get older, as a father, especially if you and the mom didn't really get down like that, as the kids get older, you hope that the kids come to you to at least hear what I got to say. You know, I understand that your mom has been feeding you such and such information, but at least give me the chance to give my side of the story. Yeah. Now, whether you go with my side of the story or not, at least give me the chance to give my side of the story. I think that's what every man deserves.
But I mean, at this point with Russell Simmons and his daughters, they both grown ass women. They're like, one's 23, one's 25. So it really is on them to have a relationship with their father. It's on them, but I also think she's playing a part in brainwashing them and turning them against her father. Like, I don't understand how you can be mad at any man giving you $50,000 a month. I mean, we got to figure that out. You got to be manipulating your kids. You can't.
I mean, you're not uplifting the father in their minds. I know that much.
Yeah.
You're not talking good about them.
It's like, how can you talk bad about a man giving you $50,000? I understand you ain't got to sit here and big him up or nothing like that, but
because she feels that whatever happened, mad and spiteful against him, that's just how the cookie crumbles now with them, and it's sad to see. Because you always, this is the prime example of money can't give you happiness. She got all that money, should be super happy, and she's not. Inside, I'm sure she's not happy.
And it looks like, because of that stock shit that happened back in 2021, she took $4 million, 4 million shares of stock in the energy drink company Celsius.
If you've been under a rock, Kimora Lee's ex-husband, that I don't know if it really was her ex-husband because apparently he was already married to someone else and she apparently didn't know about it. She has a son with this man. Was it Tim Leisner? So Tim, Kimora's ex, pled guilty to conspiring to launder money and another charge. He agreed to forfeit $43 million along with shares of stock valued at $200 million. But back in 2021, Russell sued Kimora and Tim for breach of contract, fraudulent concealment, and various other claims. Russell claims that he created a company called New Horizons in 2011. He asked Kimora and Tim to join the company as members in 2016. Apparently, this new company, New Horizons, bought tens of millions of stock in Celsius, the energy drink. And Russell, in this lawsuit against Kimora and Tim, is accusing them of using stocks from there to cover his bail, Tim's bail. In Kimora's response, she does admit that they used the stocks for the bond, but it was her understanding that Russell was no longer a manager or member of New Horizons. Okay.
She has called these lies, and her legal team has characterized the lawsuit as an attempt by Russell Simmons to claim assets he did not legally own. If they're his stock, they're his stock. Yeah, she's saying Russell had no stake in the claim for the stock as he was a minority shareholder and shareholders do not own corporate assets. Then why was it in his name? The stock dispute has resurfaced as part of a recent public social media feud, and that it is. So, yeah, this is really bad. And personally, she comes off as bad. But the one thing I'm seeing is, of course, women are deflecting, putting it back to Russ. Why is he in Bali?
I mean, and not, because Russ is definitely the reason he's not.
But he was in New York.
But with that being said, because I'm not going to be like, well, we just going, because Russ has to share this blame too. But this is about Kimora, and Kimora just being vindictive and spiteful and just
ungrateful.
Yeah, just overall ungrateful at the end of the day. Like you say, $50,000. That's a lot of cash.
Yeah,
that's a lot of cash.
And
baby Phat.
I didn't like the part where she threw him under the bus. Co-negotiate and answer your accusers. That part had me tight. Like, how you going to? Why is that your business?
What like I say, she's hurt and she's still mad with him, extra mad. Mm-hmm. And like to put something like that, to write that out, to actually sit there, type it out, and then hit send. Yeah.
She's an evil woman. Well, that's my personal opinion of it. But yeah. Hopefully they work it. I don't see them working.
I don't ever see them working it out.
You don't have to work it out. The
look,
kids are grown.
If money doesn't work it out, because there's been a lot of money split between them. Mm-hmm. If money doesn't make it kind of sued over, I don't therapy.
Couples therapy. That's an option.
Therapy.
Yeah. So Russell's got some shit on his hands, but he said he wasn't gonna sue.
Ain't them stocks though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Stocks.